The Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, coming out this morning on Fox Business and saying, listen, this whole idea that the Hunter Biden laptop is somehow Russian disinformation, it's not. That we've got no intelligence that supports that whatsoever. Now, he oversees the 17 various intelligence agencies.
Well, we know that this whole smear on Joe Biden comes from the Kremlin. That's been clear for well over a year now, that they've been pushing this false narrative about the vice president and his son.
This is what the intelligence people are saying. Nothing in the intelligence that has been gathered supports this proposition that what was on this hard drive came from the Russians. But what we want to focus in on this, and I think it's important to understand it, is they are again building already now 2 weeks and a day before the election of the president of the United States. Here we go again with the new allegation of, guess what? Russian interference with the election and skewing the election.
Some of the people that complain the most about intelligence being politicized are the ones politicizing intelligence. And unfortunately, in this case, it is Adam Schiff, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, who, as you pointed out on Friday, said that the intelligence community believes that Hunter Biden's laptop and the emails on it are part of some Russian disinformation campaign. Let me be clear. The intelligence community doesn't believe that because there's no intelligence that supports that. And we have shared no intelligence with Chairman Schiff or any other member of Congress that Hunter Biden's laptop is part of some Russian disinformation campaign.
A statement from Adam Schiff that we know this whole smear on Joe Biden comes from the Kremlin. Oh, really? You've tried that game before. It did not work. The carpet got pulled out from under you. It was revealed to be completely false. And oh, by the way, in relation to that point, Jay, I mean, remember, the last time around, it was the FBI and news outlets that were found to be working in cahoots together, substantiating each other's unsubstantiated information and using it going forward. The other thing, though, that the chairman's going to ask about, Jay, is about this threshold for using information. I mean, the threshold the last time around when it came to spying on an American citizen or spying on a candidate for president or a sitting president was so low. It was on the ground. They didn't substantiate or verify anything. Now, all of a sudden, when you get information, rather than working to substantiate it, you just immediately jump to, oh, that's a smear campaign.
It's the playbook from Schiff, right? Everything is Russian disinformation. And what I can tell you is I found that what they would say on CNN and MSNBC and publicly was quite different than what they would say when they were under oath in the House basement. When John Ratcliffe comes out and says this is not Russian propaganda, and we know the fact that the FBI has the laptop, has continued to hold the laptop, did not give it back to anyone, and is not denying the reports that they have the information, these emails. The Biden campaign hasn't denied the substance. Hunter Biden hasn't denied the substance. We have to get to the point where we look at the information, the emails, and dig deep to see if these emails are correct. Because if they are, and somehow Joe Biden's brother and Joe Biden's son were selling access to him and holding back some money for him, this is a scandal of epic proportion.
If they had this information, and these are genuine emails, and it would probably reveal all kinds of things that would have been very relevant to the impeachment case, why did they sit on it? Are they covering up just because Hunter Biden might be engaged in things that also maybe should have been investigated and possibly prosecuted? You know, do we have two systems of justice, one for Democrats, one for Republicans, one for the well-connected versus one for the rest of the Americans? I think that's really probably the larger issue here at play.
The FBI had this information, and while we were, you and I,
before the impeachment trial began,
and while you and I were in the well of the Senate arguing over this,
and Hunter Biden came up,
and it did come up because our colleague Pam Bondi was responsible for that legal issue, and they had it, and they did nothing, or didn't tell anybody, didn't tell the Senate Intelligence Committees, didn't tell the Judiciary Committees, and then what exactly were they doing? Skewing the impeachment?
I have information that Adam Schiff has not been briefed on this, and yet he went out and said that he knows that this is just part of Russian disinformation. Now, this is reckless on his part. This is manipulating the actual real intelligence, and he's doing it for political purposes. And when it comes to the point where the Director of National Intelligence has to come out and correct Adam Schiff once again, we have a crisis with Adam Schiff.
Yep.
He is politically manipulating intelligence, and I think he should be removed as the chairman because he has demonstrated too many times that he is manipulating actual intelligence when he doesn't have any information, and he's reckless.
Real intelligence is being diminished because Adam Schiff continues to issue statement after statement of misinformation. It's important to remember that during the so-called Russia collusion investigation, Adam Schiff issued breathless report after breathless report that he had definitive evidence of Russia collusion. It turns out, of course, that he had definitive evidence, if any, of Hillary Clinton's involvement with the Russians.
They are trying the same playbook that failed in January and February of 2020, just 8 months ago, when we successfully defended the president against impeachment. And here we are again with the same actors.